Good morning. Sorry, I can't stand here because that light's terrible. So we're in a Premier Inn. We're in St Albans, and we're about to leave to go to Neil's Fabrics. So I'm a little bit excited. I'm really looking forward to seeing Verity, and I'm really looking forward to Sue because Sue's been already to the 60 pence a metre sale. Um, I'm leaving here soon. I might look for some winter coat fabric, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. So I'll come on later. I'm going to do some footage of the store and everything. So you'll probably see a little montage of that, and then I'll come back on later and tell you about the day and how it went. So see you soon. Hi, well, we're back. We've had a really, really good day out. So I'll put a proper picture in of what I'm wearing. I made this a little while ago. It's a viscose linen mix that I got from Neil's months ago. You might remember I made the Tilly and the Buttons, whatever her shirt's called, because I can't remember, and these lovely pink buttons on it. And then the trousers are my favourite vacation vibes. I mean, I had to wear Neil's fabrics when I was going to Neil's Fabrics, but many of the things I packed are from there anyway. So we travelled about 40 minutes today to get there. We could have stayed nearer there, but this is ideal for us tomorrow when we head off to Brighton. So the second part of our road trip, what I've been up to, what I'm wearing, maybe what I've bought in Brighton, will come into a vlog which I think I'm going to share with you next Sunday. So there won't be anything on Friday, I don't think, at this stage. Because, yeah, I want to get it edited and out to you in good time. So, where to start? Well, first of all, here's a picture of me outside Neil's Fabrics. It was very easy to find. So we just parked outside the shopping centre, walked through, and there's quite a big Primark there, and it's sort of to the back of Primark. That's where the indoor market is, but there's lots of staff around in the centre if you need advice on how to get there. The 60 pence a metre sale, which is a few times a year, was actually at the far side of the market. So if you only want to go at the shop, you don't have to go through that bit, which I didn't know, so it's just good if you're coming. There are some bins always outside the shop with pieces of fabric in that you can have a look through. I didn't look through that today. I literally wanted to go into the shop and have a look. Sue, one of the Sew Virtual girls, was coming. She'd already been to the 60 pence a metre sale and bought £5.40's worth of lots of fabric there this morning, and she came back to meet me, which was lovely. And I get to see her again in Birmingham in a few weeks' time, which is great. So here's a picture of Sue helping me. She was helping me carry fabric in the shop, and we had a lovely chat. And of course, I got to meet Verity. So, just for context, Neil's Fabrics is it's a market stall, indoor market that's been running for 35 years, obviously by Neil, and Josh is Neil's nephew, and his fiance is Verity, and they now run the store together. So you'll have seen myself, Rachel, Cara from So Mad, Rachel Stitched Up. I've all bought quite a few things over there and been working with the brand this year. But I was really I was really looking forward to going to see the actual shop. So firstly, it kind of wasn't as big as I thought it might be inside. It's always strange, isn't it, when you're seeing something or you kind of you imagine things. I think Verity does an amazing job of sharing so much to her Instagram stories and Facebook stories, that we can then look at and message. That's how you order. You message if you want to buy something, because they've got lots and they can get hold of lots of stuff. And so I don't think I had any idea really how big it was. So yeah, and I know she likes to keep it very tidy and all labelled, and it was. So I'll put some footage in at the end so you can have a little look at me, some footage that I took of the shop. I'll speed it up obviously, and then I did take some pictures of the 60 pence a metre, what that looks like, so, and Josh and Verity, so I'll drop those in as we go. But what you really want to know is, what did you buy? So I know I keep saying I'm not buying anything, but I couldn't go and not buy. Of course I did. Now I did a bit of thinking. If you've recently watched my 17 things I want to make by the first week of September, you'll realise, as I did, that I don't need any summer fabrics because that takes us right up to our holidays. By the time we come back from holiday, it'll be late September, we're going into autumn. And I've still got things on my shelf which are linens and summer fabrics. So that helped me get a clear picture of, well, what am I looking for? And one of the things I do need is a winter coat, and I do plan to make that this year. I want to make the Italia Brunette Le Manteau coat, which I'm about to make a gingham one out of. I'll put a picture in of the pattern. So I had a little look, and that takes around 3.5 meters of fabric. So I've got, I'll show you that one first. I've bought my coat fabric. Now I bought 5 meters. It was £3.50 a metre. It's some sort of a wool blend. I'm not sure what the mix of it is. But I bought 5 meters because I just thought if I put something wrong, or for £3.50 a metre, I'd rather have more than less. So obviously we're not in the best lighting in here, so I'm not sure how it'll come out. But let me lift it up. It's heavy. I'm kind of looking in the camera thinking, can you see our hotel mess? So it's this gingham here. So it's actually, where can I get the best colours? Maybe there. It's actually kind of orange with a dark cerise pink gingham, like a dog tooth check actually, rather than a gingham. Now I'm looking up close to it. It's really nice. I think it's going to really fit with my colour scheme in that it's got a pattern on, but it's not too bright, because I'm going to have to put it down because it is really heavy, as you can imagine. Carl did a great job of carrying it back to the car for me. So I think what I've discovered for me with jackets and coats is if I get them too funky fabric, I then go maybe to a pair of trousers or a skirt or a shirt that's very funky, and I kind of feel like they're too clashy for me. So I feel like this will blend with the sort of colours that I'll wear throughout the winter, from autumn right through to early spring, without being too jarring, but it's got a bit of something about it. And I will sort of obviously try to match up the pattern across the front, but it's very small, so you've not got a lot of pattern, you're not matching up big checks and things. So yeah, and I'll probably make some big resin buttons for it, which that'll be exciting, won't it? So that coat has patch pockets, but I might put like a button and a buttonhole on the pockets as well. I don't know, that's ages away, yeah, but probably not really. Okay, so I think when Sue joined me, I'd eyeballed that, but I hadn't pulled that out. But I'd gone to the jersey section because I've got a couple of sweatshirtings that have been on my shelf over summer that I deliberately left, but I've not got any t-shirt fabric. And I want some fabric that I can make a couple of Naya t-shirts by Tammy Handmade. I've not made that for a while. Maybe to kind of sleep in with some lightweight pyjamas as we start going into autumn, or actually looking at it, I probably would wear these with some trousers that I've got. So first of all, I got this one, which is more of I would say this is a viscose jersey in this lilac-y, dark lilac, lavender. It's slightly melange, is that the right word, in the texture of it, but not in different colours. There, you can see it there. Nice lightweight. I got 2 meters of this. This was £2.50 a metre, and obviously it's got a super amount of drape, so I think it'll be nice. I might even get a long sleeve t-shirt out of it and possibly a short sleeve t-shirt out of it. Obviously they need to go through the wash. I won't be doing that till I get home, but yeah, I think that'll be nice. And happy days on that. It's hard to show you, isn't it, when the light's not so good. They had a really good range of every fabric, I've got to be honest. Polycottons, John Loudon batiks, some really nice cottons, double gauze, linens, linen mixers, like everything. Not so much denim at the moment. That'll be coming in around September time, I think. Lots of upholstery fabrics, lots of sparkly fabrics, jerseys, scuba. Like, I would say they cover some of everything. Obviously, it's not a massive store, so not a huge extensive range of everything, but I don't think you necessarily need that, because sometimes I can go into a fabric store and it's got so much that it can kind of almost be overwhelming. So, and I know that if there's anything, you know, that you're thinking of, I do sometimes text Verity or message her on Instagram and say, have you got any duh? And she'll say yes or no. So one of the things I did message her yesterday and said, have you got any of that lovely brown linen? Because I think I've said on my blog recently, the brown make and moves that I have are 2 sizes too big now. So I wanted some more brown linen, and yeah, it was lovely. So why not get it from her? And she said, oh, I don't think I do. Anyway, I'd done my shopping, I'd paid for this, the smart fabric to show you in a second. And we went down to where Josh was, and Sue and I were just sat on a wall. We were talking to a lovely lady called Fran. So hello, Fran, who had a lovely big shopping trolley. You'll have to let me know what you're going to make with all of that, Fran. And Verity ran over with a piece of the brown linen. She said, I've just found it in a box. So I think there might be enough to make the matchy-matchy culottes. I'm not sure there'll be enough to make a pair of full-length trousers. I mean, it's brown linen, the light's not great. But Verity, you absolute lifesaver. You saved my life with this when I made a different pair of trousers and messed them up, and you found this and then you found that. So as I said, just drop her a message if there's something specific that you're looking for, and she'll try to help if she can. So that's, you know, you couldn't say fairer than that, could you? So I've got one more jersey. So that's kind of a lilac. This is a very pale, like a paley pink with a slight purple, maybe pale lilac. I don't know how to describe it. I wouldn't say it's a pink necessarily. It's a lovely shade. This feels more like a cotton jersey, but maybe has a little bit of poly mixed in with it, or it's definitely got elastic in it anyway, because it's got a stretch. So I've just got 1 metre of this, again £2.50, and I think that'll be probably a short sleeve or maybe a boxy t-shirt, you know. So yeah, maybe like a boxy short sleeve t-shirt would be very nice in that. I'm not going to look for matching rib on these. I'm just going to use the self fabric for the neckband. That's what I decided. And then one last purchase. And I was kind of thinking, we're in a heat wave in the UK and you've bought quote fabric, but it was really important to me that I could feel it. And that's what I said to Carl today. I don't need anything for the summer, but I do need coat fabric, and I'd really like to buy it where I can feel it. And a lot of the places I'm going to soon, like I'm going to the Quilt Festival, but I'm going by train. I'm going to possibly to Abercarn at Moston, but I might have the car, I might not. Then I'm going to Glasgow to the SCC in October, but I'm going by train, and I'll want to have made it by then. So yeah, that to be able to feel it in person was quite important to me. And I don't want to carry 5 metres of wool mix. It's heavy on a train, isn't good. Carpal tunnel, bad back and all that. So one final thing, which Sue actually had this made up and was wearing it, and I had looked at them. So there's quite a big range of faux leathers, and I got this one, which is kind of I would say it's a tealy grey blue, but it's actually backed with this, I don't know, it's not like felt, you know. Felt just makes me really want to itch. I don't know what it's about, but it's backed with something. So it's already quite sturdy. Sue had a little bag, it might have been a Haraldson bag that she had on today in this fabric, and I just thought that would make like a really nice big full leather tote bag. And I'd probably be like do the strap in it as well, because it's quite thick. Sometimes I think if a vinyl's too thick and you're trying to do the strap, you've got to kind of put something else into it. So it's quite wide, so I got 1 metre, but it's a good length. I'll easily get a big tote bag out of it, and maybe something else. When I say a tote bag, I don't mean like a shopper, something that's got a gusset in, a bit like the modern day tote bag from Modern Day Sewing Company or something like that, are they called? It was a free pattern that I got with the fold line in their countdown to Christmas last year. So it's got pockets on the inside, you know, the kind of thing. That sort of square, boxy, big shopping bag. I quite fancy that. So I've got loads of that. So that was £8 a metre. So I think really £8 for that, £7.50 for the jersey, and my coat fabric £17.50. And the linen was a little treat, so thank you Verity for that. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with what I got. Had a lovely time. So I'm going to leave it there for today. I'll put some footage in of mooching around the shop and things. And we're going to head off for some more of our trip. And I'll be back with you next Sunday with our exploits. So I'll see you then. Happy sewing.